Hello everyone. Today we are going to study new topic multiplication of integer. As we have already studied about how to add or subtract integers, now we shall learn how to multiply integers more than 2 or 3 integers. So working rule: to find the product of two integers. Product means multiplication. How to find the multiplication of two integers with sign and answer. The sign of the product is to be negative if the given integer are of opposite signs. Opposite sign means if one integer is given positive and second one is as negative, then the sign of product or the sign of multiplication will be negative, otherwise the product is to be positive. Let us see one by one example. 3 into minus 2. 3 is given as positive and 2 is negative integer. If we multiply this, we will get the answer minus 6. So 3 and 2 are the two integers with opposite sign and we will get the answer as negative. If we take 2 into 2, which is equal to 4, the sign will be positive as both the integers are of same sign. Now we'll see how to multiply a positive and one negative integer. We know that multiplication of whole numbers is repeated addition. Whole number means positive number which start from 0 till infinity. For example, 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. Here 6 is given how many times? 4 times. Instead of adding 6 4 times, we can write in short form in the form of multiplication. First we have to count how many times 6 is given. 6 is given 4 times. So we can write it as 4 into 6, which is equal to 24. So instead of adding 6 4 times, we can directly multiply 4 into 6, which is equal to 24. If you add 6 4 times, then also you will get the same answer. Now can we represent addition of integers in the same way? Here we have seen for the whole number plus 6. So this question is that can we represent integer also in the same way in the repeated addition? So let us see. Here instead of plus 6, now it is given minus 6. As we know that integers are positive, negative and which include 0. So we can take any number as a negative. So we have taken negative integer minus 6. Minus 6 how many times we have taken? 4 times. Minus 6 plus of minus 6 plus minus 6 again plus of minus 6. We have to add minus 6 4 times. So instead of adding 4 times, we can write in short form 4 into minus 6. So 4 into minus 6 is equal to minus 24. We can also represent multiplication of integers on the number line. We know that number line means the line on which we can represent by number. So we can see one example. Minus 3 plus of minus 3, then again plus of minus 3, plus of minus 3 and last one plus of minus 3. We can see that minus 3 is given how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So instead of adding minus 3 5 times, we can directly write it as 5 into minus 3. So 5 3s are 15 and sign will be of minus as 5 is a positive integer and 3 is negative integer. And we have seen that if any two integers are of opposite sign, then our product will be as negative or the multiplication will be as negative. Now we'll see how to represent on number line. We know that negative integers always lies on the left of 0. So here minus 3 is given 5 times. It means we have to take the difference of minus 3 numbers here. So 0, minus 3, minus 6, minus 9, minus 12, minus 15, minus 18 and it will go on. Now we have to multiply minus 3 how many times? 5 times. So we'll take the difference of minus 3 5 times from 0. So 0 to minus 3 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can see that if you multiply it 5 times, we'll get the answer as minus 15, which we got after multiplication also. So this is the way by which we can represent numbers integers on the number line. Let us see next example. Find 4 into minus 8 using number line. Here what is the meaning of 4 into minus 8? It means minus 8 is added how many times? 4 times. So here we have to take the difference of minus 8 number. Here it is given as negative, so we'll take on the left side of 0. So 0 minus 8, then minus 16, minus 24, minus 32, minus 40, minus 48. Here we have to add minus 8 how many times? 4 times. So we'll count from 0. We'll take the difference of 8 numbers from 0. How many times? 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can see that answer is minus 32. So 4 into minus 8, 4 8s are 32 and sign will be of negative. Now we'll see how to find the product of positive integer and negative integer. In general, for any two integers, general means in the form of a and b, where a and b are any two integer, it can be any number. So for example, we have to take one as positive and second one as negative. So here we have taken a as positive, b negative, or we can take a as negative and b positive. If we multiply, if we find the product of one positive and negative integer, we'll get the answer as negative. We can write it in the form of minus a cross b. For example, 4 into minus 2. If we multiply this, 4 2s are 8 and sign will be of minus. So you can see that it is in the form of minus a into b. Then multiplication of two negative integer. Before this we have taken one as positive and second one as negative integer. But now if we take both integers as negative, so in general for any two integers a and b, minus of a into minus of b, we can write it as a into b, as we know that minus into minus plus. So if we multiply any two negative integers, we will get the answer as positive integer. For example, we can see that minus 2 into minus 2. First you multiply the number, 2 2s are 4 and minus into minus plus. So you can see that if you multiply any two negative integers, we will get the answer as positive integer. Now we'll see if we want to find the product of 3 or more negative integers. If integers are given more than 3 or 3. So how to find the value? If the number of negative integers in a product is even, then the product is positive integer. If the number of negative integers in a product is odd, then the product is negative integer. Let us understand by one example. Here minus 5 into minus 2. We have to count the number of negative integers. You can see that minus 5 is the first integer and minus 2 is the second integer. So you can see that how many negative integers are given? 2. Minus 5 and minus 2. So first we'll multiply. 5 2s are 10 and minus into minus plus. So here one rule is given that if the number of negative integers in a product is even, minus 5 and minus 2, how many negative integers are given? 2, and 2 is a even. If the number of negative integers in a product is even, then the answer will be always positive. And if the number of negative integers in a product is odd, in second example you can see minus 5, minus 3 and minus 1. You can count that how many negative integers are given. Minus 5 is the first negative integer, minus 3 is second, and minus 1 is the third. So you can see that number of negative integers in this product is odd. Here there are 3 negative integers. If we multiply these 3 negative integers, the product is negative integer. It means the answer will always be negative. So this is the rule by which directly we can say that if number of negative integers in a product is even, so answer will be as positive integer. And if the number of negative integers in a product is odd, then the product will be always negative integer. So 5 3s are 15 and 15 1s are 15. And here how many signs are given? 3 signs. So minus into minus, plus, and plus into minus, again minus. I hope you have understood this line. Now next we'll see properties of multiplication of integers. So as we have seen that properties of addition of integers, it is same as addition only. So for addition we have seen first property, closure property. It is same as multiplication. So property 1, multiplication is closed. So what this property says, the product of two integer is also an integer. Product means if you multiply any two integers, the answer will also an integer. If a and b are any two integers, then a cross b is also an integer. Let us see by one example. For example, 3 and 4 are two integers, then if you multiply 3 into 4, which is equal to 12, 12 is also an integer. So thus we can say that integers are close under multiplication. So this is the closure property for multiplication, which is same as addition. In addition, we have seen that a plus b, instead of plus we have to write only multiplication here. So a into b. Second property, multiplication is commutative. Commutative means the product of two integers remains the same if they interchange their places. For example, if a and b are two integers, then a cross b is equal to b cross a, or a multiply b is equal to b multiply a. In addition, we have seen a plus b is equal to b plus a. Instead of plus, we have to write here again multiplication. So the product of two integers remains same if they interchange, or if they exchange their places. For example, 2 into 5, 2 5s are 10, and if we write in place of 2 5 and in place of 5 2, then also we'll get the same answer 10. So 2 into 5 is equal to 5 into 2. So the product of two integers will be same if they interchange or exchange their places with each other. See next example, 3 and minus 4. 3 4s are 12 and sign will be of minus. Now if we interchange their places, in place of 3 if we write minus 4, and in place of minus 4 we write 3, then also get the same answer minus 12. So 3 into minus 4 is equal to minus 4 into 3, or a into b is equal to b into a. So thus we can say that multiplication is commutative. If you multiply a into b and or b into a, we'll get the same answer. Now third property, multiplication is multiplication is associative. We know that in associative we always take three integers. So the product of any three or more integers remains the same irrespective of the order in which the multiplication is carried out. Here we do not have to see if we multiply any three integers by exchanging their orders of multiplication, but the answer will come same. Let us see. If a, b, c are integers, then a into bracket b into c is equal to bracket a into b into c. This one also we have seen for addition also, in which a plus bracket b plus c is equal to a bracket a plus b plus c. Only you have to change the sign here. So let us understand this property by example. So minus 3 into 2 into minus 4. Here bracket means first we have to solve the bracket numbers 2 into minus 4. So minus 3 as it is, 2 4s are 2 into minus 4, first we have to multiply. So 2 4s are 8 minus 8. Then 3 into 8, 3 8s are 24, and minus into minus plus. So answer is 24. Now we'll see bracket a into b into c, its right hand side part. So minus 3 into 2. First we have to multiply this two number. After getting the answer we'll multiply by minus 4. So minus 3 2s are minus 6, and then we have to multiply by minus 4. So 6 4s are 24, and minus into minus plus 24. So you can see that if you multiply minus 3 into bracket 2 into minus 4, or bracket 3 into minus 2 into minus 4, if we multiply the integers in any order, but the answer will come same, or the multiplication is associative. So the product of any three or more integers remains the same irrespective of their order in which the multiplication is carried out. Then property 4, multiplication property of 0. Property of 0 means here we have to multiply that given integer by 0. So what this property says, the product of any integers and 0 is always 0. We know that if we multiply any number by 0, the answer will always be 0. For any integer a, we have a multiplies 0, which is equal to 0, or again we can write 0 into a. For example, minus 3 into 0. If you multiply minus 3 by 0, we'll get the answer as 0, or if you multiply minus 3 by 0, then also you will get the answer 0. So this property says that the product of any integer and 0 is always 0. Then property 5, multiplicative identity. Identity means if you multiply any integer by the given number, so that will get the same integer. The product of any integer and 1 is always an integer itself. For any integer a, we have a into 1 is equal to a, 1 into a. You have seen that we have taken a as integer. If you multiply it by 1, we will get the same integer, means a only. So that one is known as multiplicative identity. This one also we have seen for addition. And addition identity is 0. If we add 0 to any integer, we get the same integer. For example, we had seen 2 plus 0, which is equal to 2. So if we add 0 to 2, we'll get the same integer as 2 only. Same here. In multiplication, multiplicative identity is 1, but for addition it is 0. So the product of an integer and 1 is always the integer itself. For example, minus 3 into 1. If we multiply minus 3 by 1, we'll get the same integer as minus 3, or 1 into minus 3. If we multiply minus 3 by 1, we'll get the same answer, minus 3. So here 1 is known as multiplicative identity. Now I'll see the last property, most important property, property 6. Multiplication is distributive over addition. Here also we'll see 3 integers. For any 3 integers, the product of first integer and sum of other 2 is equal to the sum of product of first and second and product of first and third. Let us see this by one line. If a, b, c are integers, then here we have taken 3 integers. So a into bracket b plus c is equal to a into b plus a into c. Why it is known as distributive over addition? It means we have distributed multiplication sign with addition. You can see that a into b, a into bracket b plus c. How we have written? First you have to multiply a by b, then second time you have to multiply a by c. So a into b plus c, you can write it as a into b plus a into c. So this property is known as distributive law. Distributive law means we have distributed addition, multiplication with addition. Let us see this one also by one example. For example, we have taken the value of a is minus 2, value of b is 3, and value of c is 5. So we'll put the value of this value in this property. A is minus 2 into 3 plus 5. So minus 2. Here bracket means first we have to add this one. So 3 plus 5, 8. So minus 2 into 8, which is equal to minus 16. Now a into b plus a into c. So a is minus 2, b is 3. Here bracket means first we know that according to Bodmer's rules also, first we multiply, then we will add. So minus 2 into 3 plus of minus 2 into 5. So minus 2 into 3 minus 6 plus minus 2 into 5 minus 10. If you open the bracket, it will come as minus 6 plus of minus minus 10. So minus minus plus minus 6 minus 10. So minus minus plus, so 6 plus 10, 16, and answer will be sign will be as minus. So you can see that in both the condition we get the same answer, minus 16. So we can say that minus 2 into 3 plus 5 is equal to minus 2 into 3 plus minus 2 into 5. Here we have seen that if we distribute multiplication over addition, we'll get the same answer. So this one property is very important property which will be used in solving the example. So a into b plus c is equal to, first you have to multiply a by b, then you have to multiply a by c. If instead of plus, if it is given as minus, so it will be written as a into b minus c is equal to a into b minus a into c. Now the last topic we'll see suitable rearrangement to make multiplication easier. How to multiply integers easily and fastly. For example, find minus 25 into 45 into 4. You can see that if we multiply this, it will come as big number. It means first we will multiply 25 by 45, then last we will multiply by 4, but it will become very complicated. So now we'll see how to make easy way. So we can proceed like this. We have to select any two numbers by which if we multiply we should get 0 in the last. For example, we have taken minus 25 and 4. If we multiply this first, so we'll get it as minus 25 4 as minus 100. You can see that we got minus 100 means with 0. Then lastly we'll multiply by 45. So 45 into 100 minus 4500. You can see that within less than 1 minute we have solved this question. So we have to select any two numbers. If we multiply that two number, we should get more number of zeros in the last. So that's why we have taken minus 25 and 4. We can also choose 45 into 4. After multiplying 45 into 4, you can lastly multiply by 25. Or if you multiply by this in series manner, means minus 25 into 45, then by 4, you will get the same answer, but it will take more time. So to make it easier, we will select any two integers by which we should get more number of 0 in the last. Then last, minus 33 into 48. We know that 48 we can write in the form of 50 minus 2. We know that 50 minus 2 is also 48. But if you want to use the property here, distributive property here, we can write it as 48 as 50 into 50 minus 2 to multiply the number easily and fastly. So we have seen by distributive property that minus 33 here it is given as A, 50 as B and C as minus 2. We know that by distributive property A into B plus C is equal to A into B plus A into C. So here what is the value of A? Minus 33 and B is 50. So first you multiply minus 33 into 50, and then here 50 minus 2, minus sign is given, so we have to write here minus sign. Then A into C. A is minus 33 and C is 2. Now first we multiply, after that we will subtract. So minus 33 into 50 minus 1650 and minus 33 into 2 minus 36, and here it is how many signs are given? 2 sign, minus into minus will add. Again we know that minus plus minus. So if we subtract 66 from 1650, we will get the answer 1584, and sign will be of minus as 1650 is a bigger number. So if we multiply minus 33 directly by 48, then also you will get the same answer as minus 1584. But to make the calculation fast or by using property, we can write it as 48 as 50 minus 2. So using the distributive property of multiplication over addition, we can solve this question easily and fastly. Now let us start our exercise 1.3. Find each of the following product. Product means we have to multiply these two integers. First one is given as 5 into minus 1. Solution by the rule of multiplication of integers. 5 into minus 1. If any two integers are given of opposite sign, the answer will be in negative with negative sign. So 5 into minus 1, 5 ones are 5 and sign will be of minus, as plus into minus is equal to minus. Second one, minus 1 into 375. Here also you can see that one integer is given negative, second one is as positive. So by the rule of multiplication of integer, the answer will be negative. So minus 1, first we multiply without sign. So 1 into 375, 375. But here number of negative integers is given how many? 1, means odd. So answer will be as negative. Or minus into plus, minus. So minus 1 into 375 is equal to minus 375. Third one, minus 11 into minus 30. Here you can see that how many negative integers are given? 2, means even. And we have seen that if number of negative integers are even, the product will be positive. So first we will multiply numbers 11 into 30. So 11 into 30, it will come as 330. And we know that minus into minus plus. So answer will be as 300 plus 330. Fourth one, minus 778 into minus 1. By again we can see 778 into 1 means 778, and minus into minus plus. 6 1, minus 15 into 0 into minus 7. Here you can see that numbers are given, how many integers are given? 3 integers, but one integer is given as 0, and we know that if you multiply any number with 0, we'll get the answer as 0 only. So minus 15 into 0 into minus 7 is equal to 0, or any integers multiplied with 0 and the answer is 0 itself. Next one, minus 18 into minus 10 into 9. So by the rule of multiplication of integers, we can see that how many negative integers are given? 2. Here 3 integers are given. So first you multiply two numbers having the same sign. Same sign means minus 18 and minus 10. So 18 tens are 180 and minus into minus plus. And the remaining number is 9 here. Here you can see we have directly multiplied 18 into 10, it will come as 180, and remaining number is only 9. So 1 into 9, it will be as 1620. Then next question, question number 8. Minus 2 into minus 3 into minus 4 into minus 5. You can see how many negative integers are given? 1, 2, 3 and 4, means even. And we know that if number of negative integers are even, the answer will be as positive answer will be in positive number. So here we can multiply by taking the pairs. So first you multiply 2 with 3 and 4 with 5. So 2 3s are 6 and minus into minus plus. Then multiply 4 with 5. 4 5s are 20 and minus into minus plus. Then we'll multiply 6 and 20. So 6 into 20, which is equal to 120. Then question number 8, 9 and 10. It's your homework. I hope you have understood how to multiply integers, negative integers with positive integers or more than 3 negative integers. Now I'll see the question number 2. Verify the following. Verify means we have to check whether LHS is equal to RHS or not. This type of question already we have done in our previous exercise. So from the given question, here you can see that it is given in the form of distributive property, multiplication over addition, distribution of multiplication over addition. So how to verify? First we will find the value of LHS, then after that we will find the value of RHS, left hand side and right hand side. So from the given equation, let us consider left hand side. Left hand side means minus 30 into 13 plus of minus 3. First we'll find the value of this one. So here 13 and plus of minus 3, it is given in bracket. So first we'll solve 13 plus of minus 3. So minus 30 we have to write as it is into 13 plus of minus minus plus into minus minus. So 13 minus 3 and 13 minus 3 is 10. So minus 30 into 10, 30 tens are 300 and sign will be of minus. So minus 300 is this value of left hand side. Now I'll find the value of right hand side. Right hand side is given as bracket of minus 30 into 13 plus bracket of minus 30 into minus 3. Now I'll find the value of this one. So here bracket means first we have to solve the answer of the bracket. So minus 30 into 13. 13 3s are 13 30s are minus 390. Then plus and 30 into 3 90 and minus into minus plus. Now we'll open the bracket. So minus 390 plus 90. We know that minus plus minus. It means you have to subtract 90 from 390. So 390 minus 90, 300. And sign will be according to the bigger number. And here bigger number is 390. So sign will be of minus. So you can see that the value of LHS and RHS is equal to both minus of 300. Minus of 300. So we have seen that the LHS and RHS both are equal to minus 300. So LHS is equal to RHS. Hence the given equation is verified. Verified means we have to check whether LHS is equal to RHS or not. So we have seen that this satisfies the given condition. So the given equation is verified. 5. Second question, 18 into 7 plus of minus 3 is equal to 18 into 7 plus 18 into minus 3. This one question is same as question number 1. First you have to find the value of LHS and then you have to find the value of RHS. After that you have to compare. If they are equal, then we can say that the given equation is verified. Now question number 3. For an integer a, what is minus 1 into a equals? Here a is given an integer. If we multiply minus 1 with a, we will get the answer minus a. By the rule that if you multiply any positive integer with negative integer, the answer will be as negative. So if you multiply minus 1 with a, answer will be minus a. Then question number 4. Determine. Now we'll see the next questions on the next day of our class.